The Sleepy Hollow Killer is the name of an unidentified South African rapist and serial killer, thought to be responsible for the rapes and murders of at least 13 women, most likely sex workers, around Pietermaritzburg in the Midlands of KwaZulu-Natal. His signature was to strangle his victims using their panties, a characteristic shared with the murders of 3 prostitutes in 2007, who are also considered possible victims. Murders in the late 1990s, several women were raped and then strangled with their own panties in Pietermaritzburg, with their bodies later being found near the N3 highway. In 2001, authorities began an inquest into the murders, exhuming 7 of the murdered women's corpses from graves in Mountain Rise and Pafomani, in an attempt to identify them through facial reconstruction. However, the investigation led nowhere, and it closed that same year. 2007 killings. Between February and October 2007, the bodies of 3 black women were found near the N3 highway's vicinity. The first victim was found behind the M.L. Sultan High School, the second near Liberty Midlands Mall in June, and the last was found in October between Hilton and Peter Brown Drive. Like the 1990s victims, they were raped and strangled with their panties, the only difference being that they were burned severely after death. Aside from them, bodies bearing the same signature were reportedly discovered from places as far as Bloemfontein and Port Elizabeth. Superintendent Henry Budrum later announced that a special task team, supervised by Senior Superintendent GOP's Govender, would investigate the murders and examine all the circumstances, modus operandi and material evidence for all cases. Possible suspect. On January 30, 2008, a 32-year-old man was arrested in Pafomani for allegedly murdering a 30-year-old woman near Howick, in a small settlement called Curry's Pot. Her body was found by a passerby in a forest, partially naked, with a belt tying her legs and hands and open wounds to her head. It was also alleged that she might have been raped. When questioned about the case, Superintendent Budrum said he did not believe this death was linked to the victims of the Sleepy Hollow Killer. References